Reactions trade as the Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima called out BBC, CNN and Sky News to say that Africa isn't all about poverty and insecurity. Kashim Shettima, while speaking at the inauguration of the Dangote'S Refinery in Lagos, called out the three media houses. According to Kashim Shettima, he said that he wished those three media houses, BBC, CNN and Sky News, were around to give live coverage of the inauguration so that they can see that Africa is not all about poverty, deprivation and insecurity. Africa is not all about a crisis in Sudan. Africa is not all about poverty, deprivation and destitute. Africa is not all about insecurities. I hope the BBC, the CNN and the Sky News of this world will be around to give a maximum live coverage of this function. However, as expected, reactions have trailed its comments on social media as many have reacted. Okay, someone said, that is what we call capacity and competency. The bullet is not just for foreign news centers, but for those who always painted Nigeria in negative views, especially Peter Obi. Can you imagine this one? See, they no say all this one na shambolic, na just the play. Because at the end, in the next 1 or 2 months now, we begin to hear the real stories of all these things. All this one, is it a genuine prosperity or what this one saying? See, this one mentioning Peter Obi. So now something that somebody, an individual did, unless they are telling us that there's something behind it, because a lot of people have been calling them out that, are you sure that these guys are not even part of this Dangote refinery? Because the government promised, this government promised us 8 years ago that, oh, that the refinery, all the 4 refineries will be working. See, today they didn't even say anything about it. Even the man that worked for them in their first tenure, Kachuku, he said, oh, by end of 2019, if refinery will not be built or whatever, if it's not ready, that he's going to resign, this and that. They didn't even allow him to come back. They didn't appoint him the second time. And see the way NNPC has been, they have been going back and forth. The same set of people are telling us how many crude oil has been stolen every now and then. So you are calling all this a BBC. They know that you guys are not serious. How can you tell us that how can the country be so poor, and yet you are leading the masses, majority of you, maybe you are 1,000 or let me say 1 million naira rich, but once you are leaving office, you are going to, these guys will be like billions. Go and check all of them that have served as governor. Go and check their gratuity, their pension you just had for 8 years, and in those 8 years they had all their hands in the cookie jar, but they are living just 8 years. Go and check, you will weep. Is that how it's being done? Why would the people not be poor? And by the time we see to the end of this Dangote, this whole thing, we'll begin to hear names coming out. And why is it that it's a monopolistic adventure, a business? Because it has always been. Because if people have to hatred all of these things out now, you now begin to say, oh, no wonder. Why will a country not be able to do such a thing? That means the man is even richer than the country that they are coming. Is this a part of a development that they are talking about? You will see that now story now you go see, and like I've been telling people, stop jubilating, because at the end of the day, now the usual way, because they will never do things straight. They will never. Let me even hear some of the things that some Nigerians are even saying here. I no be lie, oh. They no go see any good things cover. My love for this man, Shettima is brilliant. Truth must be told. If Africa or Nigeria, to be precise, was never all this, why fighting Goodluck Jonathan when he was president, and no one is fighting Buhari among you guys? I so much believe in this Shettima to be the best vice president Nigeria has ever produced. That man just nailed it. We need to tell the Western world they also have their problems. So Africa is not a barbaric country. Let us not go there. The message is clear. Still, tell the whole world about our good side. No be sell on our side. Good God, God reach us. But Africa is all what he said. I had this discussion today. They only project the negativity and ignore the positivity coming out of Africa. These guys, they don't even know. Some of these people, they are not even deep thinkers. You will hear another story now. Is the refinery a government-owned? Why is the government-owned refinery not working? What have you given your own state for their good benefit from you. You're making proud of another person plan work. How many of you or our leaders have such wonderful agenda for this country? Today, all of you are going there to commission good work of another person. When are we going to commission your own in this country? If they have the money, they go squander the money now. They never even squander and finish. If they are not, why are you disturbing the white of loan since una get too much cow? People hear this man yet to be vice president and see his speech against poverty and insecurity, meaning he's not even coming to eradicate them. Rather, he's coming to do their usual jamboree. And this is what they're going to be telling you, that after all, even if you're hungry, but did you not see Dangote Refinery? Did you not see this thing? Like the comment this guy made, what's his name? Adamu Gaba. When they were talking about some students who are still learning under the tree, he said it's not a big deal. It's not strange that 33 years ago he was under the tree learning, but see him today. And people are like, so for the past 33 years, you are telling us that this kind of a thing ought not to have been eradicated, that people will still be, children will still be learning under the tree. We should even be thanking God that those ones are learning under the tree. What of the ones out of school children, millions of children after school? What do? They don't do anything. The same Adamu Gaba telling us that Amajiri is the pride of the North. So it is not a big deal. You can imagine, just like somebody said, so those who are saying, it is true. It is only the bad thing they are going to be seen. What is good about Africa? What is good about Nigeria? It's just like a student, and I always use that analogy. Just like a student, out of 100, you score 3, you score 4, and you are bragging. What are you talking about? Who is going to be looking at your side? Even if you get 20, if you get 29, because I know that a pass mark is a 40. Even for you to even get E, you get 40. If you get 38, you have failed. And all these our politicians, they will get 10 marks, they will get 15 marks over 100, and they will be bragging. And I think maybe this quota system is what is even disturbing all these people over there. You get 15 marks and you are telling the whole world that yes, you have tried. Not to talk of even most of their development is not even up to 3%. And they will be so is this what you are supposed to be bragging about? The children out of school, what have you done? How many have you removed from the streets? No, they won't say that. This is what they are going to be telling you. The same mentality, these guys from the north, there's a way they think. Buhari, and I said it, Buhari was telling the Kaduna people, or Kano, I think it's Kano people, in 2019, he gave them some 3 people came from there. He gave them ministerial appointments, and he said he has fulfilled his promise. Even whether people are eating or whether they are dying is none of his business. Is that an achievement? Is that the promise you made to the people? Because Dangote is doing this, you are calling BBC. You should be ashamed of yourself. They should be ashamed of themselves. So Dangote Refinery now is what they should come and be celebrating with you. Don't do good things. Once you do good things, you don't need anybody to come and tell you. Your all good work will be showcased all over the place. Even with the coming of with the social media that we have, it will go round. It's not that you will take 1 step forward and we take 10 steps backward. That is exactly what has been happening. And you want to be rejoicing. See the way he's throwing jabs. They will just be looking at them, say, look at these people. Look at them. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.